It's totally in my way.
Dun, dun, dun,
Woo!
dun. I don't know that song.
Where do I go? Right next to me.
Okay, this is very informal, as Matt and Gail wished for it to be. A couple of formalities at the beginning. Please silence all your phones and everything for a few minutes if you haven't already. Kind of as we saw this, or as we talked about this, they eloped to Tahoe and you all crashed it. So, but you're more than welcome to crash it, and we're happy you're all here. And as far as the rest of the agenda for the day, we've talked about it just so everybody understands. You know, the central points around the Hyatt, and we're going to gather up. There's nothing really formally planned, just more time spent with them and celebrating this. So with that being said, I want to say welcome. I'm going to read from the script. That's how impromptu I'm going to be. I want to welcome all family and friends as we celebrate Matt and Gail's marriage today. Before we go any further, I want to state what an honor it is, especially as a father of the groom, to be invited to officiate today. Something I'll remember the rest of my life, and I thank you for that. As you all know, the legal part of the marriage took place yesterday, so today is truly the important part to me, as far as I'm concerned, and I think to them. Today is the day that they'll stand before God and all of us gathered here today in this as beautiful a setting as exists in the world, and exchange their vows and state their love and commitment to each other. Today we're all blessed with a special opportunity to witness the birth of a brand new union between two incredibly amazing people. Matt and Gail share many wonderfully common traits: their wit, their intellect, their love of nature, and among these is a love of the arts in varying forms. In fact, their first date was at the Getty Museum. More specifically, they share a love of the art of the written word and all its wondrous manifestations: poems, prose, and music. I'll never forget when Matt was young, he spent a week with his uncle and aunt at the beach, and they had to wander off to do some business stuff, and they were wondering where's Matt, and they found him curled up in the corner of a couch with a full-sized adult novel. He was like 9 at the time, and my brother was amazed when he saw that. And as far as I can tell, Gail was pretty much raised in a library. So with all that being said, with the thought of their love of words in mind and the love of music Matt and I have shared our entire life, I decided to quote a verse from a song that means very much to me in regards to my boys. Words that I wish for Matt to carry into and throughout his marriage. At that point, I began searching for the perfect lyrics to share with Gail, and quickly realized how selfish an idea that was, because the words for Gail at this most important time in her life should come from her mother, Gretchen, the queen librarian, and loving guiding light in Gail's life. And so with that being said, Gretchen, please.
Gail, since the day you were born, you and I have sung together. Your first song was Sweet Baby Gail, which was the song that James Taylor would have written if he had met you. Words changed to fit the girl. When I very first saw you, the words of Elton John came to me. I know it's not much, but it's the best I can do. My gift is my song, and this one's for you. And you can tell everybody that this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind that I put down into words how wonderful life is, that you're in the world. And now, you and Matt will sing together, and you will gift him with your song, and the chain will remain unbroken. Love you.
Thank you. Well, as a surprise, most likely to no one that knows me well, my choice comes from the classic genre of 70s rock. And it so happens that so does Gretchen's. So a reading from the book of Leonard Skinner.
Right.
Simple Man tells a story of a mother sitting her son down and imparting upon him her recipe for a happy life. Janet.
Take your time, Don't live too fast. Troubles will come and they will pass. Go find a woman and you'll find love. And don't forget, son, there's someone up above.
Forget your lust for the rich man's gold. All that you need is in your soul. And you can do this if you try. All that we want for you, my son, is to be satisfied. Two people who needed to find each other, were destined to find each other, have done just that. Right now, Matthew and Gail have prepared some words that they want to share with each other, and so turn it over to them.
I want to first say, damn you, Mom. I didn't think I needed waterproof mascara. Diana asked me if I wanted to get some. I was like, I'm good. Nope. So Matthew, it's no secret to you that I didn't used to ever think that I'd get married or find someone to love me. I thought that if I was lucky enough to find someone, that I'd have to settle for someone kind of terrible. And I never could have imagined that I would find anyone that loves me as intensely as you do, or that I'd have such a wonderful, warm, caring, protective partner. I'm still in disbelief a lot. I don't feel like I deserve you at all. In a lot of ways, you restored my faith in people. I love your giant Italian heart. I love that you're almost always looking for the good in people, except when you think it's acceptable to murder them. I love that you're always appreciating people and complimenting them, especially when you care about them. I love how easy it is for you to care about people. I love that you are so accepting of people. I love that you consistently make me feel safe. You make me feel like someone has my back no matter what, even when I'm being kind of a jerk. I love that our anxieties and our neuroses seem to balance each other out. I know that I'm not the easiest person to get along with sometimes. I could be stubborn, cold, and snap for seemingly no reason. I want to thank you for being patient with me. I also know that I had a lot of walls up and wasn't very open to people or relationships when we met. I genuinely thought I was, but you were the best training wheels I could have asked for. I want to thank you for showing me that feeling isn't weakness, and showing me how much better life is when you can tell someone what they mean to you. I want to thank you for reminding me that being with you is better than being right all the time, even if I forget that one way more than I should. So the vowing part, I promise to try to be a better dog person and not to threaten to try to turn the dogs into glue when they annoy me. I promise to keep doing the grocery shopping. I promise to try not to be too disappointed that you never learned to cook delicious Italian food like your aunts. I promise to leave any party, no matter how awesome, when you feel like you could use a drink. I promise to try to actually say I'm sorry when I'm wrong. But I might forget it, and it might not be as quickly as you thought. I promise to never leave you, and to try on working on talking to things with you instead of shutting down. But mostly, I promise to live every day trying to be the person that you deserve, because I think you're pretty great. He said, "You made me cry, you jerk."
Yeah,
okay.
Nice.
That's good. Sounds good.
Wow, that was way more vows than I came prepared for.
just copy off the smart girl.
I totally did not think I was going to cry.
Neither did I, Matt.
Normally don't. That was awesome. Gail, I love the crap out of you. You know that. Amazing. Everything I do is more awesome for having you there with me. I'm so glad we reconnected when we did. Right after, as I say, I got sober for real. I honestly don't know if I would still be sober without you. And that's probably the biggest compliment that I can give to anybody. You have made my life amazing. And I can't thank you enough. As far as the vows walk out of the room while we're having an argument, because I know how much that drives you absolutely batshit crazy. I promise I will do my best not to get defensive and to listen to your side before I get upset and angry and cause our arguments about stupid little things to spiral out of control, way more than the important things. I can't promise that you'll never have to do the dishes, but I promise I will do my best to make it so that you very rarely have to do the dishes, because I know how much you hate that crap. I know you promised to be a better dog person, and I have a promise along that vein for you. I promise that one day I will let you get a corgi, and I will not count it against the total number of cats that you're allowed to have. Even though anything under 50 pounds is not technically a dog. I promise that I will always love you, and I will always do everything I can to help you grow and get better in your life. I promise I will never drink as long as you're with me.